even after looking at the shot clock.
And now it's loud again. 8-0 run. First bucket of the half for Dellavedova. Harris through the defense, came up short. Mike Hart tried to save it in, and he couldn't do it.
Randy Bennett told Matthew Dellavedova before BYU, you're going to have 2.5, 3 dribbles. He had 3 dribbles here. He only needed 2. But because he knows 1 dribble per second, he does not have to look at the clock.
It's a great principle to take some pressure off players in those late clock situations.
You got to do it in practice. I used to do it with my team. We'd figure out how far up the court we could go, and it turned out to be a dribble per second.
Here's Dellavedova. Came up short that time, and he's a little upset at himself. He had a smile on his face as he heads back on defense. A 3 that would have cut it to 1.
You can live with 1 of those.
Yeah.
Because of what he does for this team. He's laughing about it. I guarantee you the next one's not going to be an air ball.
6 minutes plus to go, and very much a game in Moraga. St. Mary's has made 10 threes.
Well, about half their shots tonight have been from behind the arc.
Putting a little pressure on Pangos and Gonzaga. The Zags offense has gone so quiet. 4 points in the last 8+ minutes for the second most efficient offense in the country. Barham open. His 3 is good.
If you've never heard of Drew Barham, just trust me on this. He can shoot it.
Out of bounds off of Olynyk.
Young man who started his career at Memphis. He's already a graduate, and he still has another year after this to continue to play at Gonzaga.
Kind of a specialist for Mark Few's team, but he does his job well. And that was a huge 3. Holt passed up the long-range 3. Giusti will launch. Way short. Waldo, little shot fake. Drew a foul. Again, Waldo had a chance to make that shot. A chance for a 3-point play. Missed it. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Giusti's a guy, he hasn't shot a lot of threes this year, but 42% coming in. Only 21 attempts. He's gotten some good looks. Dellavedova again. You know, great team leader.
That is the 4th personal against Elias Harris. So that's big news for Gonzaga. Waldo, not a great free throw shooter. And he misses the first.
Matthew Dellavedova reads a lot of leadership type stuff, books, magazines. And one of the things he's learned to do is he encourages all his teammates. Pat on the back, the thumbs up, the fist bump. And even when they're struggling, you see him doing that out on the court. We've got a great view of that tonight. What a great teammate and great leader.
He needs to prop up his teammate Brad Waldo after 2 missed free throws there. Zags back with the ball up by 7. Pangos wanted to pull the trigger, instead trying to lead Olynyk. It's a turnover.
We talked about pick and roll right there. Pangos bothered by the show. Take a look. Hard show. Tries to make that pocket pass. Leads Olynyk too far.
59-52 Gonzaga. 5:15 to go. The turnovers at times, this is such a skilled offensive team, Gonzaga. Really one of the best offenses in the country. The turnovers can be a problem.
Well, both teams really are so efficient offensively. You know, you're going to nitpick Gonzaga for a couple of things, but there aren't many.
Highest ranked team to be here in a long time. St. Mary's has never beaten a team ranked this high. Extra pass. Holt 3. No good. Pangos saves it in bounds. Another good look for St. Mary's.
Particularly on the perimeter, St. Mary's can stay aggressive with the 14 fouls.
Pangos. Tough shot again.
Those are the shots he makes.
61-52 and a whistle. There's a wet spot. They're going to stop to clean things up.
He'll take these shots in practice. He'll drive his head coach nuts. But you know what? When you think of guys like Nash, Chris Paul, Pangos, Dellavedova, you've got to be unorthodox if you're going to get those shots over the big fellas.
And Nash is his role model. He has developed a great relationship with Steve Nash, both native Canadians.
And Steve Nash now the general manager of the Canadian national team. Last summer they had a training camp for all the top players in Canada. Kevin Pangos, Kelly Olynyk, Tristan Thompson. Kevin told us number of times early in the year how much he learned from Nash.
Yeah, the two stay in touch. Steve has been very supportive of Pangos. Dellavedova, what a look for the dunk. Man, great pass.
He wasn't worried about anything but where his four teammates were, and he picked out the open man.
Pangos pull up three. No good. Rebound tipped around, but Hart chases it down.
Amazing. Amazing what Mike Hart does. Used to say it went unnoticed, but it's noticed now.
Gary Bell, three. Good.
Mike Hart gets an assist on that, even though you'll never see it in the stat sheet.
Bell's having a big second half. Gonzaga's back up by 10. Walker from the corner. No good. Levesque tip also no good. Pangos rips it away.
St. Mary's has gotten good looks. Walker's come up empty tonight behind the arc.
The Gales starting to run out of time. What a big possession that last one was. Hart, loose ball. Gary Bell, three.
What's amazing about Mike Hart, he's playing almost 200 minutes in conference play. He's got one turnover.
That's almost impossible. He handles the ball here. Shot clock down to 3 now. Olynyk, extra pass, Dower at the buzzer, hits the shot.
How about that ball movement?
Timeout, St. Mary's. Gonzaga's answered the Gales' run with a run of their own, and Kelly Olynyk was the facilitator that time.
Well, a mark of a good team is to come into a place like this, get punched in the nose 2 or 3 times, get up and deliver a couple knockout blows themselves. Watch the ball movement here. Pick and roll, the pocket pass, the extra pass, and that's right in Dower's wheelhouse. That 16-footer.
Olynyk deserves to celebrate. He has played so well tonight. One of 4 games in the West Coast Conference. Portland's win at San Francisco. That's an upset. San Francisco's played pretty well.
Yep.
What a win for Eric Reveneau in Portland. Santa Clara's a team with a lot of talent. Pieces haven't all come together for the Broncos.
Would it shock you if Santa Clara went into Las Vegas and got to the final?
It would not shock me. They nearly beat Duke at Cameron earlier this year.
Kevin Foster is the guy for them that's got to be more consistent in my mind.
Yeah, that may be the dark horse team in the league, and Santa Clara is still kind of lurking. Really what has happened, though, this has become a 2-team race this season. We thought at the start of the year that BYU would be in the mix, but BYU, 4 conference losses already, and they still have to come here and host Gonzaga. You said it, there is a little pocket. There are a few Zags fans, not many. But around college hoops, Fran, there got to be a lot of Kelly Olynyk fans these days because he has just made himself into one of the best players in the sport.
If you're a young big guy at the college level right now and you're not one of those one-and-done guys, why wouldn't you redshirt? They do it in football with offensive linemen all the time, right? Redshirt he changed his body around. That's probably been the biggest thing. He's a much better athlete than he was after his sophomore year. It's a great idea.
The big guys take a little longer.
Always.
Need some development time.
That redshirt year is going to make that young man a lot of money, if not this year, certainly next.
Took the long-term view, and it has paid off. Well, St. Mary's got to play with some urgency now. Down 12, under 3 to play. Gonzaga's defense has been excellent. Levesque, 3.
That makes the offense go. That's what we call spread pick and roll. 1 roller, 3 spot-up guys, and Dellavedova, the trigger man, the quarterback, the Peyton Manning.
Gonzaga, really the opposite of St. Mary's. They can be methodical. They can use the clock as an ally. Pangos with the left-hand dribble, trying to hit Olynyk. Bell off the carom. Hart with the shot clock winding down. Tough one goes.
How about Mike Hart?
That's a reward for all those loose balls tracked down.
This is the 6th time I've seen Gonzaga this year in person. And Mike Hart amazes me.
Mitchell Young rejected by Olynyk. It goes off of Giusti, out of bounds. Great defense by Kelly Olynyk. Well, Olynyk and Gonzaga, they've weathered a couple different storms here on the road. A very emotional game, spirited game, but Mark Few's group has played so well in the second half, and Gonzaga's got the lead. San Francisco, but Gonzaga showing why. The Zags are a top 5 team. They lead 68-57, a minute 57 to go here in Moraga. It has been a packed house, emotional game, but the Zags on the road have been really impressive.
You know, the Zags have had 3 or 4 really good runs. St. Mary's a couple, just not enough to answer the call.
That number really amazing, how many threes the Gales have been forced to take. I think Gonzaga gets a lot of credit for that, the way they play defense. There's a foul against Gary Bell by Jordan Giusti. You know, you think back, and Giusti called for his second personal foul. You think back, Fran, to the game at Butler, and game day was there. It was an awesome scene at Hinkle. The Zags, if they just inbound the ball correctly at the end of the game, they win that game on the road. And I think tonight they're the #1 team in the country had they won that game.
Very well could be right. The key for Gonzaga will be how they defend the terrific athletes